Intro music.
Overview narration. Overview narration.
Oh, doctor!
My name is Joey,
My name is James,
and this is the Brothers Padres.
and in this unbelievably special broadcast,
Oh my gosh!
oh my goodness, we just beat the Dodgers and we're advancing.
We beat the Dodgers in a playoff series. The 111-win Dodgers are beaten by the lowly 89-win San Diego Padres.
So as fans of this show know, we try to keep things family friendly. This might be the hardest episode we'll ever have to try not to swear, but enjoy. Like, holy cow. This is one of the greatest, purely shocking moments. This has been an incredibly emotional week for the Brothers Padre. We'll get into it. And then to end it with this,
It's so wild.
it's so wild. Let's should we just quickly recap the four games?
Just say the scores. We could just go over the rest of it.
Well, I was going to say, so the first game of Tuesday, October 11th, you and I both didn't watch this
No, we're
because
both indisposed.
we were indisposed. Our Mother Padre,
Yeah.
decided that her heart wasn't working properly. So while this game was going on, our mom was having emergency heart surgery, and they put a pacemaker in, and she's fine. She's doing great now. So we didn't watch this game because we couldn't have extra stress, and surgery went fine. It was great. She's home resting. So it just added to more buildup of stress for us personally. And the stress continued
Yes.
because the next game.
Did you even say the score of the first game?
Oh yeah, we lost.
We're a mess.
We are a mess. Because I cannot stress enough how not just this game, but how stressful this week has been, and this whole experience has been so great.
Also, this week I'm also expecting my second child.
Yes, I was going to get to that,
Okay,
Joey.
my bad.
I was
Go
going to say all of that. So we lost the first game 5-3. Clevenger didn't have it. Urias did. Who cares? We lost. Game 2. Darvish pitched to Gem.
Oh my god!
We won 5-3, and the thing, this game was back and forth, back and forth.
James.
And in the eighth inning, the Padres took the lead with a Jake Cronenworth home run, and it was but in the eighth inning, we have to talk about the goose.
This goose was worth the gander, if I may. I still got jokes.
You still got jokes. Anyway, so a goose landed right in the outfield, right between first and second, a couple feet off into the outfield, and it was there. It delayed the game, and Josh Hader came out and got a 4-out save. The first time anybody has done that in the playoffs since '84 when Goose Gossage did it. It was a sign. Much like when when God sent the dove to Noah to say, hey, things are going to improve and I'm so with you. This goose flew to Dodger Stadium to tell the Padres that we are still in it. And Joey is texting me in the middle of a game.
It's so hard to do this while the Padres fans as a collective are processing this. Sorry. I'll post a link to it with Will Myers running outside and high-fiving.
This is the greatest video ever.
I don't ever interrupt you, but I had to interrupt you.
That was the greatest video. Anyways,
sorry.
the Holy Goose came down, said, hey, it was a sign from God. That's all it was.
Yeah,
we won 5-3. It was great. And then comes Friday. First time the Padres have hosted a playoff game since 1998. And we won, and I was there because as for Joey bought a couple tickets, he was going to take his beautiful wife and preparation of their before their son's born. Hey, one more thing, but their son decided to show up a little early, but not really because he's still.
She's in labor.
She's
early labor.
Yes. So
I also couldn't. I just had there's just like those famous internet posts where it's like, oh, this guy's the dad of the year, and then it's obviously not the dad of the year. I couldn't be that guy who's like, oh, you missed the birth of his son because he's stuck in traffic for 2 hours.
But the thing is, like, his son didn't show up, so whenever his son does show up, he is grounded.
Oh, totally.
He spent his first 2 weeks in his room.
Yeah, I definitely would have liked to have gone to the game,
But luckily, I got to use his tickets. They were awesome. We took our friend Vince. I took our friend Vince with us. It was beautiful. We won 2-1. It was Trent Grisham hit a home run in it. It was incredible. But honestly, I can't remember that game. I was there. My ears are still ringing. It was so loud, but I cannot remember what happened.
Yeah,
because an hour ago, we just wrapped up a game. Joe Musgrove started, pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs. The Padres were behind the entire game. And we were down 3-0 in the 7th inning, Joseph. And do you want to tell the good ladies and gentlemen what happened?
Oh, my gosh. So first off, my said wife is watching the game with us. And
who is a saint and an angel? And
yes, all those things.
All those things, yeah.
The Padres are down bad. We get 2 runs against us by the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
And James and I, to quote her, emitted crazy bad nervous energy after that point.
At one point, the Dodgers had the bases loaded, and I was fully prepared if they would have got a lot of runs to leave. I would have got in my car, I'd have driven home, and I just said, text me if something else happens.
So for an hour, my wife suffered through you and I's awful doomer energy. Just really down bad. We were down bad. And we were just weren't dealing with it well. We just weren't, because we're like, this is just like we saw in the regular season. But the holy 7th inning came into play. Right before the bottom of the 7th, Petco Park, PA, media people played a Rally Goose video. And the Padres proceeded to hit a 5 spot against the Los Angeles Dodgers, thanks to great at-bats by Trent Grisham, Austin Nola, Ha-Sung Kim, Juan Soto, and Jake Cronenworth. And I cannot tell you how great I felt in that moment.
So we're watching this in Joey's living room. And we couldn't scream because Joey has more than, he also has a 2-year-old, and she's in bed. And so
can't scream.
We can't scream because we can't wake up a 2-year-old, because then your perfectly lovely saint of a wife would kill us.
Yeah, and she has superhuman pregnant woman powers too.
She does.
It would be a quick death.
It would have been, but honestly, I don't think she would have done it quickly.
No.
She'd have killed me quickly. You would have suffered a little bit.
Oh my! Just finish the recap, and we got to talk about the 7th as its own bit, because its own section. We'll finish the recap, and we'll talk about it.
So yeah, we ended up winning. We scored 5 runs. Then comes our beautiful bullpen.
Untouchable.
Suarez, Hill, and because that was in the 7th inning. Okay, 8th inning. Suarez came out just untouchable. Josh Hader struck out the side in the 9th. Ended with a strikeout of Freddie Freeman. Oh my goodness!
Betts, Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman all struck out.
There isn't a single player in the history of baseball that would not have struck out. Josh Hader could not have struck out that game. He was so pumped. His stuff had never had so much movement or deception. That guy, there's a reason why we traded for him, because he was supposed to be for these moments, and he came through. And watch some of that. You can't watch a highlight of any of these games since the second game and not in San Diego and not see a goose.
Yeah.
There were goose everywhere.
Yeah.
I saw a sign on Friday. It was the best. It was a picture of the goose from somebody put a little City Connect hat on it and a swag chain in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Goose. It was
That's awesome.
goosebump signs everywhere. Oh my goodness.
Man. What?
So yeah, oh man. The greatest Padre game ever?
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. Probably, definitely top 3, but the best modern based Padre game ever.
Oh yeah.
This is because, I mean, man, how many times have we gone to LA and just get destroyed? How many times do we just get owned by LA? Like, just, it is relentless agony to be destroyed by them. And, you know,
we've seen this movie before.
Yeah. We've seen this movie too many times. That's why you and I were dooming. You and I were in the bad place. Like at the fourth inning. We were bad. We just weren't doing well. But to see the turnaround, this felt like James and I have talked about this. We talked about it 2 years ago. The Padres have dragons to slay. We have villains and the journey to the World Series that we have to defeat. Cardinals was one of them. Getting to playoffs was one of them. Cardinals another. And the Dodgers. And Will Myers said it, I'm paraphrasing him, like, I've been here for 8 years and we've just been beaten up by them. But this one win makes it all worth it. Because when the lights were on us and the lights were on them, we kicked their butts.
Yeah.
And we showed that we're a better team. And we took advantage. We won the games against them the way they always win against other teams. They're a 111 win team, the most in their franchise history. They won the regular season. But the playoffs, it's all equal, baby. Everything starts again. And who's hot? Who's hot?
Yeah.
You know, Freddie Freeman said the difference between the Padres and Dodgers are they've been hot for a month. We've been hot for 7 months. The difference is that 1 month matters. And the Padres are hot, and they just simply outplay the Dodgers. They took advantage of weaknesses when they needed to. And just as a city, this feels like we are like, I hate saying this term, but like it feels like nothing can stop us. This is like the World Series. We always want World Series, but like no one in this city watched that team and thought, you know, they could be a legitimate threat to 100-win teams.
Yeah.
And you and I both know this. The potential of this Padres team is incredibly high. When the talent is there and clicking, it's obviously a very good baseball team. But it hasn't been consistent. In the past month, it's been consistent. And so it just feels like with this win, it's like there is a method to the madness of this ownership group of AJ Preller that we can go forward. And this isn't the end. This is something with Melvin. Like, I mean, I can go on and on about this, but like Melvin, seeing Melvin so happy.
Go, folks, go and watch some of these highlights of Melvin smiling. Melvin doesn't show any emotion. Yeah. But he was smiling. They would not take the photo, the team photo, until Melvin sat in front of him.
Yeah.
And usually the manager doesn't take a photo with the players, but the players insist that he sat with them. That video you just shared with me of Will Myers running outside of Petco Park with a beer in his hand, high-fiving all the fans. This is that. Oh my gosh!
It is such a euphoric moment, and like we're not done. And I believe when Manny says that we're not done. But man, oh man, this team is. Manny said this in an interview afterwards. This team has been through some stuff this year and last year.
Oh yeah,
and to destroy the Mets, to destroy the Dodgers and to be here in the LCS. Like, it just feels so great. We've gone way farther than people have expected, and it feels so good to do it against the Dodgers.
It really
just
does.
feels. It's just you know that moment when you just you finish something great. It feels like that, except you also get a punch like the Dodgers. You get to feel the satisfaction inside of you.
You get to level up while watching your enemies go down.
right. I did nothing. I just watched the game.
Not since Alexander the Great and all of his great campaigns, as people felt this. I don't know if that's a good analogy. I'm trying to think of. Oh my goodness, this is.
I am buzzing beyond control. I'm trying to keep my cool.
We are the British at Waterloo right now. Here is
There
this
you go.
unstoppable force.
Oh, man.
I knew I could come up with a historical reference.
People love your references. They're always so timely.
I'm 1,000 years old. Anyway, so yeah, we're fighting a team. Nobody thought we could beat them, and David Ortiz, Big Papi, said that we were going to get swept, and he apologized to Manny Machado during his interview. That was great. Oh man, I think it's like you and I both thought we were going to beat the Dodgers.
Sure.
We had faith we were going to beat the Dodgers. And after Friday's game, we won 2-1. We felt pretty good about ourselves. Like, we can finish it here in San Diego and not go back to LA. But when they went up by 2 and then they scored a third,
It was tough to believe.
it was tough to believe, and we just could not get hits with runners on base. It's like, oh my God, are we going to go back to Chavez Ravine and have to throw out unrested short rest Darvish against a fully rested Urias? This is going to truly be terrible. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to tell you a little story. And it starts with this. As I load up my game day app. Oh my God.
We were less prepared this podcast.
We're a complete mess. Production's all-time low. Vibes all-time high, though.
Oh my goodness. I can't,
The story goes like this. The bottom of 7th, Jerickson Profar walks. Mound visit. The Dodgers like, hey, Tom McCainley, throw strikes. He's like, nah. Trent Grisham singles. Jerickson Profar to third. Austin Nola, weak infield ground to the right side. They can't field it correctly. 1 run scores. Mound visit. We're going to change to Yancy Almonte. Ha-Sung Kim, very overmatched versus Yancy Almonte. Yancy Almonte, incredible stuff. Like, stuff is completely nasty. Ha-Sung Kim doubles. Trent Grisham scores. Austin Nola third. And up comes Juan Soto, who has been hitting the crap out of the baseball.
He he lined out 3 times this game and twice the other game, and
No, he almost hit home run twice yesterday, Friday's game.
everything came off the bat over 100 miles an hour, but they were always caught.
Juan Soto, people are like, is he clutch? Is he not? Is he overrated? Padres are going to be dead. Padres are going to die anyway. Comes up, singles, scores. Austin Nola. Yancy Almonte comes up again, strikes out Manny Machado because the stuff is nasty. Brand Jury pops out, and it looks like we just tied it, which you and I were thankful for. Tying it's okay.
Yeah.
Up, and then Alex Vesas facing Jake Cronenworth. He battles. He throws a pitch outside. They thought it was a strike. Alex Vesas like a little mad. And then Will Smith, what's going on? And Mr. Juan Soto nonchalantly, and this is not like a bit. He nonchalantly steals second base.
He side shuffles to second base while doing like the Soto shuffle walk because everyone thought it was a strikeout, but it wasn't. And so there was nobody covering second, and he stole second on the laziest second. I mean, oh my goodness.
Jake Cronenworth delivers a single in the center field. scoring both Ha-Seong Kim and Juan Soto, and Petco Park explodes.
Yes.
Just Jake. I mean, you guys just watch the video. Watch the recap when it comes out. That place is going insane. Jake Cornifer comes in big. We score 5 in the 7th. And like we said earlier, Robert Suarez comes in and is dominant. And then somehow Hader is better than that.
and also the thing is with the 7th inning, the top of the 7th was Steven Wilson was pitching. And the Padres made a boneheaded error in the infield that led to a run. And you thought, oh, that was like the lowest point of the whole game. Because like, oh, we can't even play defense anymore. Are we beaten? Are we done?
Yep.
And that literally, that was the lowest point I felt all year.
Yeah. Oh, because I don't feel good about. I didn't feel good about Game 5 at all. Urias has owned us. Darvish and short rest sounds awful. Like, it doesn't sound great. And I felt bad. We were dooming. And my wife just told me right before I started the podcast, like, to be honest, like I was considering not watching with you guys because you were big downers. And I was like, yeah.
And you can't be depressed and give birth to a baby.
It's
true. Or else that baby will come out a Dodger fan or something. I don't know.
We do need to give ourselves a little pat on the back, though.
Yes.
You and I turned our doom into like, let's spark some magic here.
Yeah.
You're wearing one of your mini hats. One of your best, I will say, top 5 one of your hats.
So this is Joey's favorite hat. It's a dark forest green San Diego Padre hat with a red underbill, and a red and white Padre logo. And it was with the World Series 1998 logo. It was a special release commemorative World Series hat honoring the Mexican League.
I love it. I think it's a really cool hat. So
every time you bring up my hat, I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, I listen. You have so many of them. You start wearing it funny.
I put it as a shark fin.
I was wearing the rally towel. Over
you fold it over, you put it on your head like a yarmulke.
I was like, this is. It wasn't. Don't make me look like an anti-Semite. I didn't
say you put it like a yarmulke. I was painting a picture.
I just had it folded on top of my head.
I didn't say you put it over your eyes like the French do when they eat those birds.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm saying like you put it on your head.
I just rested on my head, folded.
I don't understand what you're going with. I was just trying
about it.
I wasn't doing. I was trying.
I'm not getting canceled for this.
Saying where it was on your head. It was put right on top of your head.
We started that for the bottom of the 7th. And we scored 5 runs. So it only works until it doesn't. And it worked today.
Exactly.
So we can't use it all the time. We can't just like start a game with it.
No. It has to be in the right moment. Like there's a critical moment where Joe Musgrove needed to strike somebody out. Yeah. You and I both started waving the rally towels.
Yeah.
And he struck him out. I'm not saying we directly helped, but I'm also not saying we did.
We also have a great track record for watching the games together and getting dubs.
Yes, we do.
We've watched 3 games together in person, and we've got all 3 of them have got wins.
Yes, we have.
I'm so like I'm speechless and excited and still processing if that's possible.
You've listed this as the top 5 experience of your life.
My married my wife, the birth of my first child, and it's probably the 7th inning of this game.
So his new child has already ranked lower because he's already had a kid. Like lower than this one.
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, buddy.
He won't listen to this. He says he's gonna listen to this and be like, "My dad doesn't love me." Just have this on repeat in his brain the whole rest of his life.
Like, oh, is this?
I don't know, man. This is such a wild. It was such a wild 7th. And it's so awesome to watch a team that goes this far. I know it's sports and whatever, but this city has liked this team for a very, very, very long time. the first visit to LCS in 24 years. Yeah, my brother-in-law lives in North Park, and people are going crazy. Fireworks everywhere, gas lamps going off. Man, this city is ready for it. It's going to be a very fun LCS.
It's going to be a very fun LCS.
Because if you're not aware, it'll be against the Philadelphia Phillies, who upset the Atlanta Braves to get here. And Jared Carabas tweeted this. He's like, if your bracket's correct, no, it isn't.
Yeah, no. What's upsetting is I almost went with the Phillies.
Did it. It's on wax. It's on tape. You almost did it, but you didn't do it.
I backed out because I said, I think the Cardinals are going to win. But if any team could beat the Braves, it would be the Phillies.
That's what you did say that.
I did say that. And my AL bracket's gone, but I would have had my entire NL record.
It would be you would be impeccable.
I would be,
and it'd be unrecorded, so like it would be everyone would know it's like truth.
Yeah,
but now, yeah, it's going to be such a fun. So just to look forward, starts on Tuesday. Padres have 2 days off, which is awesome, and they don't have to travel. Life's good in Padres land.
A fully rested Darvish, Snell, Musgrove to start.
Man, oh man.
4th, 5th pitchers will probably be a combination of Clevenger and Manaea. Oh wow, it's going to be a fun series, and we've shut down the Phillies before. They are the most dangerous offense. If they smell blood in the water and you're not making your pitches, they will make you pay. But they only have 2 good starters. Their bullpen is the worst in baseball.
Yep.
And that's not even like legitimately. I think they have the 3rd worst ranked bullpen in all of baseball.
Yep. I mean, it's the playoffs. You don't know. And
exactly.
It's going to be a fun series. I hate the term house money, but the Padres are such a good spot from a fan expectation perspective. Because and from a competitive perspective, because they have 3 great starters. Joe Musgrove had a quote unquote off night tonight. He still gave you 6 innings and 2 runs against the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
And I can say that now, okay, because we beat them, right? Because they were the best team in baseball in the regular season. And I would never say that compliment them in the regular season because I don't like them. But I can now because we beat them. It's fun to say that. It's fun to say the following phrase: we beat the best team in baseball.
So the Padres were 22 games behind the Dodgers.
Yep.
Only other time in history this has been that far was 1906, was it?
Yep, that's right, yep.
The White Sox were 23 games behind the Cubs, and they came back and won in the playoff against them. So this doesn't happen a lot.
It doesn't happen.
And of course, we can hear you now, all the Dodger fans. Oh, wow, it's because we had an off week. We got to rest and prepare our guys for 5 days. That's why we lost. Oh, the umpires were bad. Yeah, because they made bad calls against us too.
Right.
Go look at the home run Muncy hit off of Darvish. It only happened because the guy missed the first call.
The Game 4 umpire today, very bad.
Oh, yeah, he was
bad for both teams.
He was trash. If he's married, she should divorce him. Just like
wow.
he's a terrible person. Like,
it was a bad. But I'm to go back to the LCS. We are such a good perspective competitively from where we are with the starting pitching, with our hitting. It's just going to be a fun series because I think the Padres fans now are just like, I think fans are just enjoying it. Like I it's weird to say that. Like the Padres fan expectation is we're gonna root for you as long as you go. It's not like if you don't win us a World Series, we're not your best friend. Like no, we're here for you. We're here for the wildness. We're here for gooses. We're here for everything, baby. Like we're here to just rally towel everything. And this series against the Phillies is going to be interesting because our pitching's good, but man, oh man, is that Phillies offense? It's just like you said, if they smell one bit of blood in water,
our pitching has to be perfect. But then again, they only have 2 good pitchers.
Yep.
Because it's a 7-game series, any team facing the Phillies for a 7-game series that has a better pitching staff has the better chance of winning.
Yep.
Because they do not have starting pitching depth. And their bullpen, if we can get to Wheeler and Nola early and knock them out by the 4th or 5th inning, then we'll have to go to their bullpen. That would be the best.
Oh, yeah. I mean, man, I'm pretty excited. I'm actually pretty excited for this series because I really hope for good baseball games. And I feel like this weird pressure's off where it's just like, oh, I can just enjoy it now. Because part of me about this Dodgers series is like, if we lose, I just can't deal with like.
I can't deal with the fact that if we would have lost and gone back to the ravine and somehow lost there, every snotty Dodger fan,
Oh, yeah.
fair weather fan person that escaped the hellhole that is LA and now lives in this paradise of San Diego would all put on their jerseys like they've been rooting for it. Like, no, you left that travesty of humanity and
Right.
you've come down here and now you want to rub it in our face. No, you go back. They're the worst. They're the LA transplant fans are the worst.
You said I didn't.
And now, every time I see anybody that I know is a Dodger fan, I guess you celebrated Choketober again.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The 5th and 6th seed in the playoffs are in the league championship series. That is why baseball's a beautiful sport.
Oh, that's so beautiful. This is going to be... it already... Oh, my goodness. I can't describe it.
Okay, James. We're talking about the Phillies. What do you when are the Padres going to win? Obviously, you think the Padres are going to win. You and I both believe that. And I actually don't think it's like a facetious thing. I think you and I genuinely believe the Padres have the staff to do it. So if the Padres win, how long is the series going to be?
It won't last more than 5 games.
Don't say that. I have tickets to Game 6, you idiot.
Oh, that's right. You have a ticket for the 6th game, don't you?
I was like, when I bought the NLCS tickets, I was like, Game 5s are usually really dope. Traditionally. I was like, I'll buy home Game 3 tickets because we'll probably face the Braves, I said to myself. Well, now we're facing the Phillies, so now it'll be Game 6. So.
Okay, then I say 6 games.
You said 5. Keep with.
I know. Well, here's the thing. You wanted 6 games, and that means definitely, without a doubt, you're going to be a father again on that day, and I will be cheering in your seats.
If my son takes that long, man, oh man, we're doomed, dude. We're not in a good spot. We're not.
Legitimately, your wife might have a baby tomorrow.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think it all depends on how we attack Nola and Wheeler.
Yeah.
If we get one of those games early against them, it'll be a short series, right? Like that has to. Right? If we face, and I think we can. We beat Nola last time. Austin Nola famously got the winning run against his own brother, Aaron.
Yeah, we
Nola.
beat him 1-0.
Yeah. Hey, dub's a dub, dude. I don't know why you're being weird about this, but it just, man, that offense, you can't. Steven Wilson, Adrian Marjon, they might have a tough time. I'm just going to say that much.
Yeah.
They might have a tough time against that offense. And it's,
Ironically, it's the people that have that's it. The starter that might have the top 3 of our stars that might have the worst time against him might be Blake Snell if he doesn't have all of his stuff working.
right.
But they don't hit breaking pitches all that well.
No.
So special pitches have a lot of pitch mixes. So Darvish and Musgrove are really good against them. Clevenger will be really good against them. Even Minaya could be good against them because he can move different breaking pitches around. But yeah, it's the flamethrowers that they tend to beat up, and that's all the pretty much the entire pitch starting rotation of the Braves are flamethrowers, except for Charlie Morton, and he could not get his curveball not to float. And any big league ball player can hit a hanging curveball.
Yeah.
You can hit a hanging curveball over the fence.
Yep.
Your son, who isn't even born yet, could hit a hanging curveball over the fence.
So you say 6 just because you want my tickets?
No,
Selfishly.
I'm gonna stay with 5.
I think it's 5 as well, but because I have to be different for the sake of content, I'm going to say 6. Because I
Okay.
think, I will say the case for 6 is this. Nola and Wheeler are good. I think we do get one win from those. I think we do
I do
get-
too.
But I could see them short resting on a Game 5 situation on elimination and push it back to San Diego, right? Like, and, you know, great pitching always beats good hitting, just the way it is. But, you know, it's just gonna be fun. I think Padres in 6, and I think we play the Astros in the World Series. Because you know who's not complaining about the week off? The Houston Astros.
Oh, yeah.
Who just swept the Mariners.
Yes. Take a moment of silence for the Mariners.
Pour one
and
out for
so
them.
that happened.
I'm not actually pouring out my beer that I'm drinking right now because
Yeah.
I needed to calm down.
Yeah, I'm also not going to do a moment of silence. Sorry, Washington family. I just and the Brothers Mariners. But you played an 18-inning game today. So technically, Seattle saw a lot of baseball.
That ended in 1-0. Real exciting baseball.
Super excited.
High entertainment. Everyone,
Which tells me the Astros can be shut down by good pitching.
true. Which is good for us. Good
Yeah.
for Padres. Yeah, I'm just so stoked. I'm stoked to be here. What we expected, it's so interesting. Last year, I think we expected this.
Yes.
This year,
We were waiting for last year.
right.
We were waiting for the collapse.
And okay, another thing is Juan Soto has not produced in the way that we expect him to produce.
And he kills Philadelphia.
Yes. And I will also say, despite that, his energy is the most fun in the world.
Oh, yeah.
He is the most fun baseball player to watch. And I understand that there's another player that played for us and will play for us in the future, who also, by the way, has a shorter suspension now, so will come back now earlier, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And he's very fun, but something about Soto and his the shuffle, his mano to mano pitcher to hitter matchup, just how he mind games a pitcher, and then just how he carries himself. It's so much fun to watch. And that hit he did it's what he's been doing for the past 2 games. He just hasn't found grass or gone over the fence. And it finally found grass, and I'm a big Juan Soto fan. Surprise, surprise.
I know.
I was a big Juan Soto fan when he wasn't a Padre, but now I'm a very big Juan Soto fan.
Yes.
And how crazy it would be if we go to the World Series and he wins. And all Juan Soto knows about the playoffs is just like winning World Series. It's just like, oh, if I'm here, I'm just winning World Series, right? Like, no, kid, it doesn't just happen all the time.
Some people are just lucky, and I think Juan Soto is definitely lucky, and it's going to happen.
Dude, but if he's warming up, he might. LCS might be Juan Soto's time.
Yeah.
And he might just really wreak havoc in that series. And I'm here for it.
Okay, we'll have to do a deeper analyzing of these series when we're not
Unbelievably, like,
hyped and jazzed.
yeah. Man, oh man. I agree. We should do one, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, James.
Wow.
The San Diego Padres beat the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League Division Series. 111 win team gone because the Padres pitching staff is for real, despite what all the haters say. It's really good,
Yeah.
and it beats really good teams. And I'm just so happy. It's Arsenio Padres. I relish future conversation with Dodger fans
Oh yeah.
because they're always like, "Well, we always beat you." I'm like, "Huh?
Huh?
What?
Only in the games that don't matter.
Woo! My life is petty, but that's okay."
All right.
Until next time,
Unbelievable.
James. Go Padres.
Go Padres.
There it is. Oh, doctor, you can hang a star